take our research very seriously on the business breakfast. Richard has sorted it out with burgers and fries, and that is because Wendy's has opened its 50th burger restaurant in the Gulf. We are very pleased to be joined by Phil Broad. He's the Senior Vice President of F&B at Algarnham Industries. Phil, good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning, Brandy. Good to be here.
The most amazing thing is not really that you're on your 50th restaurant. It's that you opened 25 of those restaurants in the last year. So you've doubled in 2024. How come?
Well, I think it's an exciting time for the burger business. We see that Wendy's is a premium burger concept. We've seen success in this country now for over 10 years, and we saw that with the growth that was happening in Saudi Arabia that we'd also open there. So most of the growth this year has come from Saudi, but we see the UAE is a big growth opportunity for us as well.
Okay, so those 25 restaurants that you opened in 2024, what is the split between Saudi and the UAE?
There's actually 22 we opened in Saudi Arabia, and we opened 3 in the UAE last year. And obviously today we're opening Jafliya, which is the 26th in effect in 12 months.
And how many are on the menu, as it were, for 2025?
We're looking at one restaurant at a time. I mean, we're continually looking every single day for more restaurants. We currently have 11 that we're looking at, but we think it's really exciting that this market still has the big opportunity for growth in hamburgers. Does
it? So let's talk about the UAE first, because we were chatting this morning and there is absolutely no shortage of burger concepts here in the UAE, whether they are imported or whether they are homegrown. How close are we to peak burger?
Well, look, quality is our recipe, and I think that's what stands the test of time. And so we think there is an opportunity for quality hamburgers, and we think we are a step above the rest. As they say, we have square hamburgers, so we don't cut corners. And I think that really shows in the traffic that we have. So today, we know we're going to be busy again. So we know there is a market because each restaurant we're opening is performing very well.
Is there a change, though, on where you are opening them here in the UAE? Are we still going for the traditional sort of malls? Are we changing to standalone drive-thrus, communities? What does the spread of Dubai mean for the spread of hamburgers?
Well, today's opening is a drive-thru, so we're still looking wherever we can for drive-thrus for the convenience for customers. But obviously, delivery plays a key part as well. So we've got to make sure that we're in a great delivery area. Jafliya is in a good delivery area, and that can drive about 50% of the revenue. So some of it is just, in malls, it's difficult to do delivery. So you still have to go for standalone, freestanding drive-through locations to maybe to maximise that opportunity as well, kind of 24 hours a day.
You've preempted my next question. What makes a great delivery area as opposed to a poor delivery area?
Well, the demographic profile around the restaurant is key for us, and the number of people that live around it. So we study that very closely. And obviously, the peak times for us are in the evening, so when people are coming home. So the Meadows, for instance, is one of our highest volumes because people live there. And so we want to be where people want convenience.
Is the circle of delivery for burgers smaller than it is for other foodstuffs? How far can a burger travel?
We think 7 or 8 minutes is the key time. If we go above that, then the fries don't travel particularly well. So as we saw this morning, we had some fries and they were pretty good. For a delivery business, it was a good fry. And I think we're very conscious that the quality of the delivery has to be as good as it is in the restaurant.
Talk to me about what that means for the floor space that you're taking. If delivery is 50% potentially of the revenues, does that mean you're taking smaller space when you open these restaurants?
No, not all the time, because you also want to build the brand. So, you've got to have the signage on the high street. You've got to be able to be seen. People understand that you're there. So sometimes we're taking bigger units than we would normally want to, but that means we get the presence on the roadside. So, it really depends on the location.
So Saudi, 22 of those restaurants for 2024.
All in Riyadh.
All in Riyadh?
All in Riyadh, yes.
What's the plan?
We'll continue to grow in Riyadh. We think that we can own Riyadh and become number 2. We don't think we'll become number 1, but we can definitely become number 2. And there is just massive growth. The city is growing every day. It's incredible to watch. I've lived there now 2 years. There are so many developments happening just in Riyadh. And so we have an amazing team there. We've got brilliant training centres. We've built 16 of those are big drive-thrus. So we've really built the brand. And we see that the growth is still Riyadh. And then we can move to Jeddah, Mecca, Medina, Dammam. So there's still massive growth in that country with 32 million people. So for now, Riyadh is the target.
How many could Riyadh cope with?
Between 70 and 90 locations. So we've still got plenty of scope for growth there. And obviously we can deliver particularly good restaurants when we keep it tight. So we're excited about the opportunity in Saudi. And it's funny, we've got 20 now in UAE and we've got 30 in the rest of GCC, so it kind of fits with 2030 today as well. So, yeah.
What is going to make you number 2 in Riyadh? Is it purely the number of locations? Is it the speed at which you can open them?
We're not into numbers of restaurants. We're into number of customers coming through our door and the loyalty that we can drive. And at the moment, we're seeing amazing loyalty for the brand, customers coming through the door. So we still see big growth, but it will be because of the quality of our food and because of the quality of our people. And we have 50% female in Saudi. We have Saudi female managers running our restaurants. We have a lot of Saudi staff running our restaurants. And so that's key for us, that we make it very Saudi localized as well. And we launched Saudi coffee into Wendy's. So we actually have the Saudi coffee company providing our coffee to give a local relevance again. So we're trying to do things that make us slightly different to the rest.
Quickly, we've got about a minute left with you. Are you seeing any Ozempic effect in terms of orders or demand? We've been talking about the Pepsi earnings this morning.
Yeah. No, not at the moment. I think we're still too small to see that kind of thing impact us. But I think as we grow, we will watch that carefully. But at the moment, we're kind of quite happy with where we're performing.
Is there a plan B? If everyone suddenly is on the jab and therefore less interested in maxing a burger and fries?
Look, I think we offer good quality food. We don't have all the additives that many of the competitors do have in their foods, and I think we do have healthy options. So people want a treat. People still need to have a treat in their lives, and we will be that treat as well. So yeah, I think we watch it, but again, people have to make a choice, and we have different size meals as well. And we sell a lot of water in Saudi Arabia.
Phil Broad, Senior Vice President of F&B at Al Ghanem Industries. They are the Wendy's people, doubling the number of restaurants that they've got in the Gulf last year and opening their 50th here in Dubai today. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.
Dubai Eye 103.8.
Join the conversation.